Check. Alright. It's 8:34 in the evening. It is clown time. Welcome, children, to Clown Time Live. I appreciate the fact that you guys even bothered to show up. You were brave enough to get through awesome traffic. You are now on the east side. You are lost. You are devastated. There is no hope now. Empty your wallets. Maybe they'll let you back out. Look, I gave it all a clown. That's okay. They won't believe you anyhow. Maybe they'll just take your car. Well, never mind. They wouldn't take your car. Most of you people are such losers, you probably drive cars like mine. Wait a minute. Clown doesn't have a car. Shit! Hey, but I got a great back seat. So that's cool. Damn, that light's bright. Hey man, can you just turn that thing off and give me another light? What do you say? That's better. Now I don't feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. What the fuck you mean open container? It's half empty. Just turn it back for a minute. I'll finish it. Oh, I know a lot of you people have done that before. You have, I know. No, officer, I was not urinating in this alley. Really checking for a leak in the side of the building. And I found one. You can see it's running down through my foot. Okay, I gotta figure out a topic. Actually, see, this is how I'm set up as. Now I have to figure out what tonight's topic is. Crap. It's 5 minutes till our time. 3 minutes till our time. Crap. I gotta figure out a topic, hang on. Now I have the hard process of figuring out two things that mean absolutely nothing to each other. That's kind of hard to do sometimes. You can say oatmeal, which is kind of cool. Then you have to figure out something that has nothing whatsoever to do with oatmeal. Then I gotta figure out how to fucking spell this shit. Unfortunately, the size of beer cans don't help you on spell check. Where's the easy part? Of course, now it looks like ER. Hang on. Nobody was looking when I did that. That's good. In a second, I'll do it properly. Okay. Oatmeal or what? Clown is not going to be the only entertainment tonight. You actually have some people here who have talent. So you guys got here on a lucky night. Thanks for showing up. Not you guys, the talent. Even though one of my talents didn't show up. It's typical clown time. Army of one. One light, one camera, one microphone. Hi, microphone, I love you. You love me? Figures. Right in the nipple. Right in my nipple, you dirty little microphone, you. Hang on a minute. And I can drink while I'm here, hang on. This is just to prove that I'm not at Austin Studios faking it. Of course, that's what I do most of the time, but still. Be that or, this is after the fact, you can't bust me. No, I'm not that. Oatmeal or... or journey. Two things that You either grew up hating or grew to hate. Which are All right, the telephone will be out there in just a few minutes. I have to go back to magic marker time. Good octave. What would you rate that? 3, 4, 5? 2.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll try. Now that I have some ammunition to work with, I can really throw up on the mic. Watch this one! No, it's all sticky for the next guy. That's what's great about equipment, that you have no idea where it's been. That's what I love. Like, why do rock and roll singers get way up in there? I don't know. Maybe they got a death wish. Because you have, unless they bring their own shit, you have no idea what the guy before you at that club had in his system when he was like working with that microphone. Could have ended up by the bass drum. God knows what's stored in that. Sometimes bass drummers like put like pillows in their kick drums to like deafen it down a little bit. And I've always wondered, where is that been? Do you really want to know? Is somebody desperate enough to say, man, we need a pillow? And there's one in the bass drum. He won't mind. He'll never know we got it. Stuff it back. A couple weeks later, hey, anybody know why my pillow's turning green? Shit. Where's my other clown? Clown? Secondary. Where's the phone?
Phone?
Phone.
I gotta wipe some stuff off it.
Oh.
I was having,
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why Clown doesn't have a job anymore. Apparently his phone bills are now way too high. Unlike his
section
health.
can get a little messy. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Find a likely victim that might want to talk to Clown.
Hello?
You got the time?
Oatmeal.
Sweet. What else you got for me?
No journey. That's for sure.
Oh, sorry. Maybe you're going to say like Red Rider. The harder stuff. Isn't it weird how like bands that like were so wimpy in America went to Japan and were like so badass, and they come to America and they have to tone it down? Doesn't that just like suck? What else you got for me?
Can I have a sip of that, Mickey?
Shit, man. You know how many aluminum cans I had to shell out? If you're brave enough to drink after Clown, fuck yeah. Come on down here and get some. If you're brave enough to drink after the fucking Clown, you fucking man. This is a man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cahonis are right here. Holy shit.
No, it's right.
You brave individual, you. Yeah, that is one of the stupidest people in America. You just saw it, folks. Okay, anybody else out there want to talk to Clown?
Want to smell the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, expecting good oatmeal.
Ah, sweet. You got the time.
So are you growing out your neck hair again?
Oh, yeah. That's a very good question. Yes, Clown is growing the neck hair. As you can see, we have the stubble in place. Somebody actually emailed me. It might have been you. It was like, oh my God, you cut the neck hair. I have nothing else to live for. Okay, look. It was personal reasons. My grandmother died. I actually wanted to go to the funeral. And I did. And everybody else is there in a shirt and tie, and I'm standing there in a white shirt and blue jeans. And my brothers asked me, well, why aren't you dressed properly? I said, well, you can always tell everybody I'm her mechanic and just have to show it up because she died. I said, well, we believe that. Maybe they will. Those are fine. Let them believe what they want. And I split. But as you can see, I'm growing. So I emailed them back, well, don't worry about it. I'm growing it back. But we can all start growing them out. See, that's be the easiest way in the world to spot Clown Time listeners or watchers is neck hairs, right? It's just like, well, I work at a job where I actually have, a shirt and tie. I work a jobby job. And I was like, well, if you wear a shirt and tie, stick it up a little bit to hide your fucking neck hair. What is wrong with you people? Don't you know shit? Oh wait, never mind, you watch my show. Anybody else want to talk to Clown? Brave enough? Come on.
Hello. Jordan.
You got the time.
How many of these shows are we gonna do?
As many as I suck at these people and let me do.
The lives? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
You see, actually, it gets cooler in the evenings as summer goes on and we can get people together. I actually might have people come and play outside, so Clown actually might steal on a food couch and get enough money together to have a keg. So it's going to be Clown's Keg Party. So I'm going to try and get, do you believe that AJ Vallejo actually watches my show?
No way.
Holy fuck! Yeah, no, I shit you not, man. It's like we were, me and Dave Pruitt, who's like my other left nut, was down filming the interviews over at KLBJ at the Hyatt Hotel Cafe there, and he comes up to Clown and says, "Man, I dig your show," and he actually did a liner for the show. So, Oblanchi, I'll get that footage from Dave. Beat it. No, just get it from him. Dave, please, and then I'll put that before Clown Time, and it's a really cool intro with somebody who actually has class and talent, unlike me. So he actually, maybe I can get him to come play acoustic, and also, I gotta think for a second, hang on. Oh man, he licked it! Tastes like a man. But maybe I can get, trying to think of his name. Plays over at the Continental every Monday. God damn it, I can't remember his name. But he's a big Clown Time fan. Maybe I can get him to. Oh, maybe I can get the King too. The King off 6th Street is the official Ol'Bitty band. It's nice when you have an entire band that consists of one instrument and a PA system. Just as him and his bass man. Got them glasses on. Hey, King, how's it going? It's cool, man. Maintain. Yeah, it's all the King is. Let me tell you, kids, if you're ever down on 6th Street and you go over by the place where he hangs out, I think it's like Jazz on 6th Street. Food's really good, and the King is just the shit. He really is. He's got an album out, he's got a full band behind him, but, the King is it. Anything else?
Can I see the roses?
That's coming. I warn you now, if you've never seen this show, or you got dragged here unknowingly, the roses will be appearing sometime later tonight, so I warn you now. No, don't worry, we locked the door so you can't fucking get out. So, we are going to be having the roses. Yes, it's going to be, okay. He's sneaking around behind me. Just like the cops trying to sneak up and take him. Next caller. Journey. You got the time. I bet he was one of those kids who stood there and said, "Man, the only decent video game is this Journey video game, man." He goes, I'm so tired of Pac-Man and all that other crap, man. But the Journey's so cool because you see the drummer flying around playing his little tom-tom drums and shooting his little things. Man, how fucking high are you? I got more quarters than I got a score on the Journey machine! Pass that thing, will you, man? Oh, yeah. It's like when you go to high school and you're on other drugs, but you trade your pills for dope on the roof of the gym. Yeah, I can see a lot of you people reliving this shit. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm first time watching. What's up with the American flag on your face?
Okay, it's not the American flag. It's called What's on Sale. That's what it's all about. It's like, hey, what do you got on sale, man? I'm out of green and black. Black and blue, huh? Great. Check this out. Okay, you little clown watchers! Now you gotta take all your vitamins and shove up your daddy's ass while he's sleeping! Look at those guns! Pure linguine! No mask required! Hey, if Randy Macho Man Savage can put out a fucking rap album, I can get away with that shit. Snap into clown time! Doesn't quite fucking work. Anything else?
No.
Chicken out! That's okay, I can handle that.
Apparently he's more. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, well, I'll tell you what. If I can have a little more mic cord. Okay, now, everybody knows that Clown lives in a BFI. And that's cool. Clown can handle it. But I've got somebody who's going to come up and talk about the joys of going through the want ads. Val, can you come up here? Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Val. Of course, I do feel sorry for Val. She's never seen my show. But she's going to entertain all of us because I've never seen her.
I feel like I've lived through it already, so.
Right on.
There. Hello.
Welcome, her friends. Say hi.
Hi. I'm happy to announce to you all that I am recently, after a very long hiatus, recently employed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a long friggin' hiatus. I like using the word hiatus because it sounds better than no job. You know, I'm not unemployed, I'm on hiatus. Of course, it would be much better if I had a television series or something like that. It would make more sense, but the hell with it, I'm using it. So. Not having a job sucks, as you may know. Looking for work is hard work, made even more difficult by the fact that apparently truth in advertising laws don't apply to the want ads. I don't know why this is, but they don't. Employers lie, they spin, they sing their corporate speak siren song in order to lure you in to their cubicles of the damned. I don't know why they can do that, but they can. For instance, first you have to learn to read between the lines. You know, I mean, what they say and what they actually mean are two different things. So I'm going to give you some examples. The first one would be no experience necessary. No experience necessary. That means we'll train you. It also means we'll suck the very will to live right out of your body. Yeah, we tried training chimpanzees to do this, but unfortunately the poor little dears became psychotic and began flinging their own feces. So now we hire humans instead. Oh, and by the way, overtime is mandatory. Yeah. Must be willing to relocate. Doesn't that sound exciting? Sure it does. Maybe we need you to help out in our new corporate offices in Hawaii. Maybe, but no, that's not where you're going to be going. No, we're going to be relocating you to a tiny little cashier's booth smelling of cat urine at a gas station somewhere in the wastelands of Interstate 10. But should something open up in Maui, we'll be sure to let you know. Must be upbeat and have a positive attitude. Let me tell you something. If a company deems it necessary to make happy part of the job description, stay the hell away. All right? Just stay the hell away. What the hell does that mean? Upbeat and positive. What kind of concentration camp do these people have going? You know, I see something like barbed wire, concrete block, and a big yellow smiley face on the front. You know? All right, listen up, people. You will be upbeat, you will be positive, or you will be shot at dawn. Oh, and remember, company picnic on Saturday. You must enjoy a fast-paced work environment and be able to multitask because we're too cheap to hire enough people to do the job adequately. We find that it is much more profitable to hire one person to do the work of three. In fact, our employees haven't had a lunch break in so long, they're ready to resort to cannibalism. Hey, has anybody seen Bill? I just found his name tag and his shoe in the copy room. Please submit salary requirement. Well, at least this company is upfront enough to let you know that not only are they going to screw you, they're going to do so the very first opportunity they get. Yeah, we don't like to give a salary range because, well, we know how much we should be paying you to do the job, but maybe you don't. Maybe you're desperate. Maybe you've been out of work for a while. Maybe you suffer from really low self-esteem and we can get you for a heck of a lot less. Yeah. Or in the interview, they say, so, how much you making now? Well, apparently not enough, Sparky, or I wouldn't be sitting here talking with you now, would I? Since we're all friends here talking about our income and all, how much do you make? How much do you have in your checking account? What's your debt to income ratio? Ballpark figure. Drug test required. This just pisses me off. Okay, here's why. The police can't give me a drug test without a warrant. Police have guns. The police are allowed to shoot people, but they can't make me pee in a cup without a warrant. But a human resources director can. Let's do a little contrast and compare. Police guns warrant, human resources director, seminar certificate. I'm sensing something askew. But if a company is going to do drug testing, I think it should be across the board. Across the board, everybody has to be tested. The president, the CEO, the perky little human resources director, everybody has to pee in the cup. Especially the HR directors, because why the hell are they always so perky? I don't get that. Yeah, I think they could make it a lot more fun. They could have pee in a cup casual Fridays. They could have a little lottery. The winner gets to make the boss pee in a cup anytime he or she says. That would be good for morale. Imagine how you'd feel if you heard that over the loudspeaker, huh? Would the president of the company please report to the reception area? Would the president please report to the reception area? Jan in purchasing says it's tinkle time. That's all I got.
Fantastic. That'd be cool. I can see the drug testing thing across the board, but you must realize, of course, that there is one industry that will never drug test. That is pizza places. Let's face it, kids. They would lose 2/3 of their driving force if they ever drug tested. If they ever tested for speed, well, there goes all the fucking management. I finally realized when I was actually an assistant manager of one of these fine establishments, Red Roofs, that why they have the dryer units, men's room, at head height. Yeah, I can do the books! I can cook those motherfuckers real good. Shit, how do I get out of here? Hey, boss, we're all leaving now. God, is that you? Damn, I'm on some good shit. I'm hearing God. You're still in the bathroom. Turn the handle down. Is that the right one, God? No, the other door, stupid. What are you calling stupid? I'm in charge here. Thank God somebody's in charge of this place. It's also like coming to work and sitting there and making dough in the morning. The 4 a.m. shift is the best. Especially if you've been out partying all night and you're blurry-eyed and it's just like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I gotta be to work in an hour. Fuck, I'll just stay up. And you go to work and it's just like, okay, let's see. Dough in the mixer, water into the mixer, start the mixer, table. Dough's ready. Shit. Roll the dough into pans and pans. Dough, water, start, nap time. Go through that about 4 or 5 times. Okay, time to open up. Hey, look, the other assistant manager's here. Hey, man. Start the fan over the oven. Yeah, man, what do you think that is going to be like? Pass that. You got the fan on, right? Yeah, and no sweat. So what do you think the fan's going to be like today? Yeah. True stories, kids. Fucking true stories. It's beautiful, man. You know, and you sit there and you say, you know, why do you like working the early shift? Or it's even better, it's just like you're working with the younger generation. And just to freak them out, you sit there and say, well, what kind of music do you like? And then you go through all the musical types, and it's just like, oh, punk rock, and it's like, no, man. If you want to hear riffs, you got to turn to the classical station. Damn, man, you dropping pills again? Shit! No. Check it out. Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, great riffs when it comes to music. And it's true. As soon as you flip over to the classical station, they start digging it, and I call up the guy. Yeah, classical. Yeah, me and about 6 punk rock kids over here at the pizza place, man. We want to hear this certain kind of music. What? No, I ain't pulling nothing, man. It's me. Hang on a second. Okay, guys, scream. Ah! See? Yeah. Okay, thanks. I don't think that man believed that I had 6 punk rock kids watching their music. And old people usually listen to in elevators. No, we want to ride on down. We want to finish a song. Okay. How about some more phone time? I know a few more people want to talk to my crazy ass. But yeah, man, they will never drug test at pizza places because, the entire workforce would no longer be there. It's true. Unless, of course, like, the straight-laced superior manager is there, goes into the bathroom and finds a roach sitting on the sink, and there's the morning guy, because the morning guy was too stoned to pick up after himself. Dumbass! Oh well, that's life. Anybody else want to talk to Clown? Hey, hang on. Hey.
Hang on? What do I hang on to? Uh-oh, he's laying down.
You can hang on to this!
Well, at least that would be fun.
Come on, baby, pop a top for daddy!
Hey, at least I know it was the first.
Hey, look, I'm even circumcised! My little tab is missing!
Does it shoot oatmeal?
If it's been long enough, yeah, it sure does. Hi! I'm Peter North for Quick Roads. When I want to do my job all night long, hey, put it on here. Hold the raisins on the
This is the
cinnamon.
journey, of course.
No.
Taking a journey.
No, man, there's a big difference to I want to show you my life. And there's a big difference between hi, boys and girls, it's Diet Coke time and
Well, there might be a
slight difference.
just a slight difference.
Just a slight.
One seems to be a little bit more mobile.
The government is currently paying well over $2 billion for Viagra for old people. Why? I'm surprised the religious right isn't all over that. Wait a minute. Those drugs are for procreation, and those people are too old to make babies. Oh, yeah? Well, see, Anthony Kenwood still putting them out at about 60.
That's why they're taking Viagra.
That's true. So they have a reason to wake up in the morning. Take 2 before you go to sleep, and if you wake up again, it's, oh my God, it's a miracle!
Well, sometimes they don't wake up, but it does.
Yeah, exactly. He died with a smile on his face. Hand me the 9-iron. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's just like there's a mortician's convention, and there was a young mortician. He said, well, what happens if the guy dies with a stiff one? The one guy says, don't worry about it. Next time I have one, I'll give you a call. About a week and a half later, kid gets called. Yeah, okay, I got one. Come on over. Some guy was doing his secretary in a hotel room, died of a heart attack, boom, done. Mortician standing there waiting for the other guy. The other guy walks into his golf clubs, look at the job, pulls back the sheets. Put a 9-iron. Huh? Stands up on bed. Boom! Right in the shade. That's how you take care of that, son.
Now,
Just break them off. Hey, as long as he doesn't dip it, he's cool. Anything else? All right. Anybody else brave enough to talk to clown?
Journey.
You got the time.
Hey, Cox Cranberry.
Hey, right on. Ace #1 caller. Beautiful. So, what other crazy stories do you have for me this evening?
Not really any actually. Oh, apparently I'm a lesbian,
Oh, hey, that's cool.
according to my brother.
Hey, you know, there's nothing more beautiful than a woman on another one. Of course, that's what my friend Bill Hicks used to say.
But,
I tell you what, Cranberry, would you like some very cool music to be played right now?
sure.
Okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Clown usually has the hard stuff, as you heard earlier, but this evening I have a friend of mine who actually has some class and some taste and talent. Holy shit, talent! Yeah, okay, I know it's unbelievable, but he's going to prove it to you here real quick. Hey, Doc, you want to go grab your 6-string? See, he's actually more like 6 times 3. He's got like a harp. And I always thought it'd be cool to play harp in, you know, one of the symphonies, because if you have some heckler boy out there, it's just like, he's sitting there, the timpani guy saying, hey man, how far out do you think that guy is? Kind of like a nom, you know, just like, he's like, oh, it's about 3 rows from the back. Hey, no sweat. If only those things could shoot arrows, man, you know, that'd be so much better.
You'd be surprised how fast I can launch things off that.
Yeah, see that? Give him the D string. Oh, man. They take me out of 10. How about an F? Yeah, I'll F for you, guy. Boom! You know, it'd be so sweet to be one of those guys. See, that's why I try to play trombone in the band. You could either punch at a distance, or you could break it in half and have 2 fighting things going at the same time. Because if you only like a single instrument, it's just like a clarinet or some other stupid piece. And it takes a while to break down. Hey, Mike, arise.
It's magic! Look, it's not floating. Over here, Doc, in the spot. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Doc. Woo!
Before I begin,
Yeah.
I want to take a long hit for you.
Oh, right on, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh wait, can they see me?
no.
Oh, okay, all right then. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doc's bonk hit.
That just had to be said.
Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. calluses on your fingertips, could you like sit there and hold the lighter and go like, and burn them down for a while?
No, I haven't got. Well, I haven't yet tried, but I'm not G. Gordon Liddy. I have way too much hair for that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Just double checking out. Now that's some really cool stuff, Doc. But I think it needs a little livening up. So if
The visual aspect, so to speak. More the visual aspect.
Exactly. I think you need something else to really kick it like above the mark. So I'll see what I can do to help you out. You want to kick me another song?
All right, I'll do that. All right, well, here's a couple that are on one of my favorite subjects, a couple of Irish tunes called The Ode to Whiskey, and followed up with one called One Bottle More. Oh wait, but it's got to be slow and sexy.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, play something slow and sexy.
Freebird
like this. Well, see if you can live up to what you're saying.
I just wanted to make you run for the first part. I wanted to see what you. I'll give you the opening chord as an entrance.
Well, where's the rest of it? I can't hold this forever.
Oh, I play at all the best places.
Damn, right. Yeah, I'm not even getting paid for it, loser. Yeah. You see, Doc. I gotta have this one to make it.
Could I have this back, please, now? Thank you. You see, Doc, unfortunately, a long time ago was my roommate. Unfortunate for him, not for me. But Doc's most infamous moment was being on the front page of the Austin American Statesman, dressed on his way to the Rampest. Woo, wasn't that a lovely sight to see the bus stop? Of course, you realize that some of the most interesting conversations you will ever hear in your life happen on the bus. The number one bus of Austin is just a perfect example of conversation that you could possibly hear. Discussions about religion, discussions about other things. Speaking of other things, I know I have a few people out there who happen to be homosexuals. Queers, faggots. Okay, I'm a fag, I admit it. I'm fabulous and great. Either that or everybody thinks I look like a British cigarette. Is my hair on fire again? Am I smoking? But I'll give you the most kind of like 50s TV sitcom kind of moment that Tom ever had in his life. Okay, Klein was sitting in the living room. And the living room's sunken and there's a couple of steps. And you turn and there's a staircase right there that comes down from the bedroom. And then you go on into the kitchen. So Clown's sitting there watching TV in the living room, and Mom comes down, stands on the upper step, says, "Clown, are you gay?" "No, I'm bi. I'm still a virgin, but I'm bi. I like to look both ways, Kind of like Woody Allen thing. I get rejected both ways. That's why it's easy." So she said, "Well, doesn't matter if you are. Whatever you do, be careful and be happy." Cool. Mom turns and goes into the kitchen. 5 minutes later, Dad comes downstairs, stands in the exact same fucking place. "Clown, are you gay?" Okay, now I'm ready for Alan Funt to jump out of the closet and say, "You're on!" Because it's just like the exact same time. I said, "No, Dad. Still a virgin. Bye. Like to look both ways. Blah, blah, blah." I said, "Well, whatever you do, just be careful. Be happy." Okay. That's an interesting thing that played out. But the more interesting thing you've got to think of, Mom and Dad are laying in bed. It's kind of like Ward and June are laying there. It's like, "Ward, do you think the Bee's one of them?" "He is kind of strange." "What do you mean? Of course he's strange. He's the Bee." "No, honey. I mean, do you think the Beeve is queer?" Everybody knows that the Beeve is kind of queer, honey. He's the Beeve. "Ward, do you think the beaver sucks cock?" "Oh, I don't know, June. He does hang around that cocksucker Eddie Haskell a lot." I just wondered, when Mom and Dad were having that conversation upstairs, what that was like. So, "Do you think the Beeve is queer?" Well, they say he is the third. Must be your side of the family. That's the way you feel about it. Probably is. But it's just the thought of Mom and Dad sitting there saying, "Honey, do you think one of our kids is on his knees in the park?" And I don't mean playing catcher. Playing the other kind of catcher. Wait, I'm not talking about baseball. Do you think he's pitching or catching? I don't know. We got any other phone calls? Alright.
No.
Damn it! That's what I get for not paying the phone bill. Shit! Oh, wait a minute. I hear rattling. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's just the...
If you'd like to make a call, please press 1.
I've heard this so many times. If you would like to make a call, please hang up and dial again. If you need help, call your operator. I always wondered if you ever called the operator nowadays and you couldn't get help from them. Click. Operator, that's your problem. Shh. You got the time. Hey, guess what? You got a phone call!
Hello, clown.
Howdy! Can you answer the question, please? It's just like my show. It's beautiful. Answer the question.
Oatmeal.
Sweet. What else you got?
So, clown, are you playing picture or capture?
Ooh. Now that depends. Who's up to bat? Oh, if it's Willem Dafoe, oh, I'm catching. But if it's Charles Bronson, I'm pitching. It all depends on who's at home. Wait a minute. Never mind, I can't take them home. It all depends on who's sliding in the second. Yeah. What else you got? Hello, is this thing up? Anything else? Okay. The fact that, he was kind of different. They just didn't say, you came home with an earring. Get out. Into this world. I guess we can kick him out of it. Kind of weird. No, I don't take on those kind of people. I know her too well. Oh, okay. You got the time.
Hi, honey. Will you bring home some cat chow and some chocolate?
Oh, shit. I'm trying to do television here. All right. I'll bring home cat chow and what else? Oh, chocolate. And some VHS tapes.
And some peanut butter for the rats.
Some peanut butter for the rats.
Bye.
Yeah. It's great when you have animals at the house. Did you pick up enough dog chow? Are the animals in the back room okay? Here, hang on a second. Yeah, they're tender. They're still breathing. It's good enough for me. Anybody else? You got the time.
So I don't know how to play.
Okay, here's how the way this works. You answer the question, and then you are free to speak your mind to us.
Now, is it the answer or
it's strictly the question because we have no answers here.
So, what is it like Jeopardy?
No, it's strictly one or the other. What this is I have no phone screener. Clown takes all his phones uncensored and unscreened because I figure if you have a screener, what happens is you only hear one side of the story because they'll only let certain kind of people through. Clown doesn't allow that in his world. Clown takes his world on, full on. So what he does is he doesn't have a phone screener. So what he does is he comes up with a topic, and you answer one of the questions. And if you're competent or you're with it enough to actually answer the question, then we have a really good chance of having a decent conversation. So, oatmeal or journey?
What do you got in the box?
What is Journey?
Journey is like the trip of a lifetime. It's like bad music from the 80s. It's the journey to the center of your mind, depending on what kind of drugs you're on.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Journey.
That's good.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what is your journey tonight, man?
Oh, my journey tonight. My journey tonight is to come to a place where I've helped build different worlds. See, Clown comes to this place to help create in this space different worlds by helping a very talented woman by the name of Anne-Marie Gordon. Yeah! Anne-Marie fucking rocks. She takes, and she builds little miniatures of these sets. And then if you took a photo of that and you came into the room, you'd see it like 10 times bigger in the same space. It'd be really cool. And I help her come in, and then Bonnie and the other directors here take people or youth people and put them into this land that Anne-Marie has created and turns them loose and says, this is who you are, these are your lines, go at it. And that's why I'm here, is to help this place continue with that by your donations and your money.
So are you telling me that you make those people little teeny like that and make them walk around?
Yeah, we shrink them down. What we do is
That's pretty cool,
we shrink them
man.
down. It's like, we feed them lots of starch and put them on their hair dryers, and we go, or we get them real small like that, and then we come along with air hoses after they've learned their places, and then we water them so they'll stretch properly. We wouldn't want them to go, it's like, oh,
Like those monkeys or
Exactly.
whatever.
Sea
just
monkeys.
add water and they just like float around.
All right. Oh my God, it's just, wow, mosquito larvae in that tire. Look, pass that over here. Hey, where's a magnifying glass? We'll give them a little warm water.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. I'd pay money to see you do that.
Oh man.
I gotta go, man.
Laters. Thanks for the
Bye.
call. But yeah, this is a place that creates whole other worlds, man, which is where it's at. And that's really cool. I have met lots of fascinating and interesting people through this place. One of the most interesting people I ever met in my life, though, was a man by the name of Happy Coons. Clown was truck driving. And he got to, what the? What the? Hey. Oh yeah, pass it over here. Oh yeah. Like a bloodhound. No wonder they don't move so much, man. They're all on glue. They're all sitting there like, time to move, man. Got some glue? Junior, what? He's got glue. I'll sniff him down, man. I can smell glue a mile away. But I had gone to deliver some stuff in Virginia. And I got there a day early. And I parked my rig and went and saw some movies. And I come back, and near the place where I parked, there was a little shopping mall. In the center of the shopping mall was a VW bus, and standing up out of the back of the bus on the rooftop, it was like a moose. It was like a two-dimensional flat moose. And on his antlers were all these frames, and on the side of the bus it said, Mike's Frame Shop. And I was like, damn, that's cool, man. Driving around town with a moose on your roof with frames on his head, and your name's, the place is Mike's Frame Shop. She don't get a notice, man. It's just like, honey, we're getting passed by a moose. We're getting framed by a moose. Oh my God. Ah! So, sitting up on this little hill, there was a white van, and sitting, or on the side of it, was this zoo scene with these different animals behind it and these monkeys swinging on ropes, and the word sign painter on the side of the van. And on the top of the van was a ladder. But on the bottom of the ladder, there were two boots. So when you stood the ladder up, the boots were standing there. So it was like basically the ladder was standing up. Crazy shit. And on the front was the cutout of a raccoon, like just running flat out. And on top, he was wearing a vest and a bowler. So a little while later, I see a little guy walking along with a bunch of stuff under his arm, wearing a bowler and a vest. And I'm like, hey man, is that your van? He said, yeah. I said, man, that's just the shit. And I found out that the guy's name was Happy Coon, and he used to live here in Austin for quite a while. And at Liberty Lunch, he had painted a mural of a spiral of space. And National Geographic had done a piece on time, and they had used that picture because on the borders of that picture, he had painted the words, time is the thing that keeps everything from happening at once. And if you're screwed up and you're flipping through your national G's, hey man, hey, come here. Stop talking to the house plant and get over here. Check this out. Time is a thing that keeps everything from happening at once. Ow. Ooh, that's way too much. It's like Bill Hicks, who was a great comedian, was sitting there talking about the time that him and his friends were tripping on acid. And they had driven down the road and stopped by the side of the road because they were tripping so hard. They happened to be in one of those Nissans that was a talking car, and they happened to pop. And it says, "Boop, your door is ajar." Your door is ajar. Oh man, well, if we're stuck in a jar, and it's just like, your drawer and his door is ajar. Okay, is there a lid on it? Are there giants? Your door's ajar. I know where we are! How do we get out? Damn, I'm hungry.
Hey!
What?
Hey!
Damn it. It's tape time.
Yeah, I hate to reveal your delicate secret plan about the high production values faking, but
We have to change tape, so we'll be sitting here for just a moment. We have more time.